Now we got to speak about Lyon versus Manchester City. What a game! What a game, really. If I'm be honest, I didn't really know who to support, and I just chose to be a neutral. But deep down, I was like, oh my gosh, Lyon might win this. So I was kind of rooting for them as an underdog. But Lyon, incredible. Just the way they handle Manchester City that game off the ball. Really, very hardworking team. There were a few players who were diving a little bit too much for my liking, and it was not. It was kind of shameful, if I'm be honest, and it didn't really help them out later with fouls not being given because they were already diving so much. But still, Lyon, incredible team game. Lyon just really just not letting Manchester City get fully in the groove. And Manchester City was looking very poor as well. The players on the pitch. I mean, in the first 20, 30 minutes, the only spark I saw was Raheem Sterling and a little bit of Kevin De Bruyne. And other than that, very, very poor. I mean, I also thought it was interesting that they brought on Eric Garcia. He's 19 years old, and he doesn't even want to stay at the club, with reports saying that he doesn't want to extend the contract, and they brought him in. I mean, he did well at certain times in stopping attacking players getting behind their five man back line, but very, very, very just poor from Manchester City, but also just a bad rule of luck. I mean, they get chances and it just doesn't end up well. Lyon, though, fully deserve it. Fully deserve it. The amount of commitment they had, and when Kevin De Bruyne equalized, we see teams crumble. Some teams crumble. I mean, for example, there's a lot of teams in Champions League who are, the underdogs and who somehow are reaching here, and they will crumble when the opposition scores a more experienced side like Manchester City. But they kept it up, and then soon after, 10, 20 minutes later, they go two up, and poor mistakes from Ederson, and just very, very poor performance from Manchester City. Some interesting tactical decisions. I'm no tactical genius, and I'm sure not a lot of other people who are criticizing them heavily are, but Pep Guardiola just a little bit confused by some of the players that were on the pitch. I don't know if they chose to bring on players like Eric Garcia or just not bringing creative players like Silva or Mahrez. What was the decision specifically? I know they wanted a five-man backline, but I mean, it didn't look too well because I mean, you can't really be coordinated that well. You can't coordinate that well, and I mean, Kyle Walker plays on the attacking Lyon player in the first goal, and ultimately this is the first goal. But first goal, incredible finish as well, and Ederson having a quiet game. Just it's interesting to see how Manchester City have won the Premier League titles, have won multiple trophies, and now that they've been they transitioned in their ownership, but they still look the same side. They still look the same lack of success in the Champions League, and I mean, either next year is their year, or it's going to be looking very, very poor from them. And I mean, Pep Guardiola. I'm not trying to have a laugh at Manchester City or Pep Guardiola, but as soon as I saw that water bottle out and he was just chugging it down, I knew the game was over. I knew that Lyon had won. After they were 2-1 or something, I think he took his water bottle and just sat on the bench and started drinking. I was like, okay, it's done. The game's done. I mean, every time I see him do that, it's a game. The game is done for Manchester City. They lost, but incredible from Lyon. Really, they're like the new Ajax, and I'm really excited for what they can do. Against Bayern, though, I have zero hope that they're gonna win against Bayern, and I think that Bayern will be dominating. And uh, PSG versus Leipzig is going to be an interesting game. But now looking at the teams, either PSG wins against Leipzig or Leipzig wins. I think that Bayern is now clear favorites. I mean, I thought Manchester City or Bayern were going to be the two teams that were going to win, but it's looking more like Bayern. And ultimately, Manchester City are knocked out of the Champions League right away.